My name is Koorosh Daneshgar. I'm a jeweler designer and I help people to express their love through my jewelry design. I have been creating jewelry in Chicago for 20 years. I have made and designed more than 10,000 rings. That's why they call me the ring master.
Koorosh has created thousands of stunning designs over the years, but it seems like hardly a day goes by without a new idea or challenge.
My husband and I were about to celebrate our 30th wedding anniversary, and I decided to have a special ring made to commemorate the day.
Let's introduce you to our designer, Mr. Koorosh.
Sharon made an appointment to design her 30th anniversary ring. She had some idea what she wants to do with using 2 roses on the ring.
Our first consultation was about 2 hours long.
Always people ask me why I became a jeweler. I remember when I was 12 years old, my dad always asked me to pick a Mother's Day gift for my mom. When my mom received a jewelry, she was so happy. And then I said, oh, I want to make my mom happy. I'm going to become a jeweler.
He brought out some paper and a pen and he started drawing, and what I was saying was all of a sudden popping up on the paper.
And through our conversation, as always, I want to find out more about my customer. She showed me a wedding picture from her wedding, which she was wearing a crown. And that crown, she also said it has a lot of meaning to her, and she liked to use a little bit of design of the crown on the ring.
I am a descendant of Swedish immigrants. That's been a huge influence in my life.
When I saw her wedding picture, the crown was blurry and I didn't see so much of detail. So I asked her if she can do a research and find a picture of the crown. And she came back to me and she told me the crown is actually in Swedish museum in Chicago.
Sharon had great fortune in locating the actual crown she wore in her wedding. It had been donated to the museum by the previous owner.
And just like here in the US, traditions go up and down. There's been a time period in Sweden when you don't really use a crown, but it's coming back again because now you want to go back to the older traditions.
The tradition of the Swedish brudkrona, or bridal crown, dates back to the Middle Ages.
Blue and yellow are sort of the Swedish colors, so with the gold color on it and the blue stones, it's sort of representing Sweden a little bit, and it has little hearts in it that is for marriage and love.
I've always been fascinated by miniatures. I decided to miniaturize the crown.
Let's check out the 3 Ds that will come into play with Sharon's design. The diamond. Sharon is looking for a diamond to capture the magic and memory of her 30-year marriage. The design. Koorosh has to develop a design that not only looks stunning, but tells a story. The difficulty. Koorosh will have to make a miniature composite that contains some of the detail of the original crown as well as incorporate a rose motif.
The idea is to have a crown miniature here in the center.
He's definitely a creative mind. He's a person that's always moving in 12 directions at one time at 1,000 miles per hour, even through the design process of seeing that design actualized on paper.
I personally look at Koorosh as a chief designer rather than the owner of the company. That he's the one in charge of all the designs. We all work as a team. Leslie is the office coordinator, and if anybody walks in, she's trying to welcome them and then transfer it to us.
It's very interesting. You're always doing something different. It's very fast-paced. You kind of have to stay on your toes, which is nice and keeps it exciting.
Terry, we call him Wikipedia of jewelry because he's pretty good at it, and he's been in this industry 45 years. He is in charge of the inventory, and he's also our gemologist.
Obviously, I love what I do. As I always joke, I deal with very happy people and very beautiful things.
When Koorosh comes up with the design, he's going to put it with the pen and the paper, put it together to see what overall is going to look. Then he's going to give that design with our input and give it to Eddie, who's the shop manager and then in charge of the rendering. And they go, Eddie and Koorosh, back and forth to modify everything about the ring. They send out their render file first, which is a computer-generated file. It's a 4-view, top view, side view, 45-degree angle. We send it to the client. When they approve the overall design, then we're gonna create the wax model. Once they approve that, we're gonna do the casting.